Hello, this is Armando again with ADAPT. What I'm going to go over here is just a simple manipulation, weapons manipulation that we go over with our students. This is chamber check and magazine check. We're also going to do loading and unloading in conjunction with the chamber check magazine check, but let's take a look at the first step of it. Chamber check magazine check is just so that you understand and know the condition of your weapon at all times. If you're on a range with us, you'll hear range is clear, access your weapon. You get your weapon out of your holster, down to a nice low ready. Start from the low ready. Bring the weapon in close in a safe downrange area. We're going to be able to chamber check because the weapon is up nice and high. There's a couple ways you can do this. With all your fingers facing up and your trigger finger moved away from the weapon, at the fore end of the slide, you can just slide it back and crack it. All we're doing is taking a look and seeing if it's shiny or not shiny, seeing if there's a round in that chamber. I could do it from the overhand on the grasping grooves on the rear of the slide. Simply look down. I could do it from a wedge position where I put the slide into the V or the crook of my thumb and index finger and crack it a little bit there so I can check and see if it's there. That's just the chamber check. So it looks like this. Bring the weapon in close and chamber check. Then I want to magazine check. How I would do that is on your semi-automatics, you're going to have a magazine release. You depress the magazine release. So you have to get your hand in that position to actually depress the button on the magazine release. Put your support hand underneath, depress the button. If nothing comes out, stick a finger in there. Now I know absolutely the condition of my weapon. So what is this for? It is for safety. Think about this. If I'm going to change the condition of my gun, I'm going to check it, change it, and then verify that the change actually worked. So in a loading situation, I'm going to bring the weapon in close, chamber check, magazine check, index and magazine inserted into the magazine well with the flat back of the magazine well and the flat back of the magazine, and insert it in one motion. Then I'm going to grab the grasping grooves on the back of the slide, run the action. Notice how my support hand comes off and strikes my firing side shoulder? Very important. Now, am I loaded? Sure, you may think I am. However, let's take a look and verify that. So I bring the weapon back in close. Keep my trigger finger away from the firearm and check. You see that round in there? It actually worked. I seat that slide forward. Then I get my hand in a position so I can depress the magazine release, put my hand underneath, and remove that magazine in that same index that I put it in. I take a look, and I make sure if it's not rusted, crusted, or busted. If I trust this magazine, it goes right back in the gun, and now I'm ready for my firing exercise or to go out onto the streets and know the condition of my weapon. On the range, you're eventually going to get the command to unload. We bookend that change of condition as well. From the ready position, bring the weapon in close, chamber check. Yep, it's got a round in there. Seat the slide forward. Move your hand in position to depress that magazine release. Remove the magazine. We don't need it anymore. Now, am I unloaded? No, certainly not. I have one in the chamber. So to remove the one in the chamber, I bring the weapon in close again. Rotate the weapon 90 degrees to the right so that I can have gravity help me remove that round. I can form a cup over that ejection port. Keeping my support side elbow high, I can gently slide the slide to the rear and catch the round in my hand, ease the slide forward, bring that round straight across my body so I don't go in front of that muzzle for safety. Now am I unloaded? Well, here's where it's important for that chamber check and magazine check redundancy and safety occurs. To ensure that I've done it, I will bring it in again and I'll check. Nothing. Seat the slide forward. Get my thumb in position to depress that magazine release. Nothing falls out. I stick a digit in there and I know absolutely the condition of my weapon. It is now empty. I can go from the ready or from the sole position straight back into my holster, and it's that simple.